right, guys, welcome back. This is MarketAbilities, episode 17. My name is Lucas. I'm going to be your host today. Angie is out dealing with clients.
And it's time to party.
Doing what she does best, right? Making deals, making things happen. You guys want to introduce yourself real quick?
My name is Rob.
My name's Riley.
I'm Shane, and I'm Angie's replacement for this podcast.
Yeah, but just better, way better looking.
Way better.
Yeah.
And it has a beard too.
Yes.
Yeah, Shane has a better beard.
Yep.
Much better.
All right, so today on the podcast, we're going to talk about how the e-commerce, has just exploded. Like post-pandemic, after COVID and everything, people are just buying stuff online, right? Like, why would you go to a store?
Yeah, I don't. I literally, I think Rob never did, to be fair.
I was talking to Shane's wife one time a long time ago, and she goes, "Hey, do you know where this place is?" And I'm like, "No." And she goes, "Oh yeah, it's next to this store." And I'm like, "I don't know where that is either." And then she's like, "Well, that's next to this store." And I'm like, "I don't know where that is." She goes, "Do you leave your house?" And I'm like, "Not unless I have to."
You're like, "No, I know how to type in AMAZON
Right.
.com."
Right.
And
most
then-
of the time,
yeah.
that's the majority of the shopping happens there.
Right.
I
yeah,
even have
absolutely.
my groceries delivered. Like, I don't want to go into a store anymore.
Why?
I don't want to be around a bunch of people. I
Like-
don't want to walk through the store.
Was it before COVID or?
It's ever.
Ever?
It slowly grew a little bit more and more and more, but now like I don't want to go into a store at all because like I don't have to get up off my couch to go like find anything, and I don't have to walk up and down the aisles. Where's this at? Where's that at? And I don't have to wait for the grandma who's standing there just staring at like the jars of spaghetti sauce, and I'm like, if you would just like take a half a step back, I could get what I need and get out. But I have to stand there for 20 minutes and wait for her to decide what she wants.
Yes. So, and that is why it has exploded. It's because it's so much easier,
It's
right?
convenience.
And people will deliver stuff to you in like a day or two.
Right.
Usually,
Sometimes the day of, if you
Day
live
of,
in like a
yeah.
bigger city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how we're like already accustomed to it.
Right.
Like we're already used to that 2-day shipping. Like if we don't get it in 2 days, we're like,
You get antsy. You're like, where did the UPS truck crash? What happened?
Yeah.
yeah, like you're gonna sue. Like it's
That's
like
why Amazon has their like 1 day, 2 day shipping.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're great at it too.
Yeah, exactly. And like before we started, Rob was talking about how he had to go buy deodorant. And it's funny because I bought all my deodorant for the past 2 or 3 years online, and I've just had it delivered.
Yep.
But Rob, you actually had to go into a store.
Yeah, so I actually had like 15 like deodorant containers, like because I don't know how would I say it? 3 5-packs.
Okay.
is what I
Bundles.
bought. Like,
Yeah.
and I had them on the subscribe and save where it would just come all the time. And I was getting way more than I needed because so anyway, I had run out and I was like, I went to the gym today and I didn't have any, and I was like, I need to go to the store. So after I worked out, I left and then I went to the store and got some, and I had to like, keep my arms like squished down real hard just so like I could not offend anybody. But luckily there was nobody in the store because it was 9:00 in the morning and there was nobody there.
Imagine
Right.
Rob walking in the store like this. I can see it now.
But yeah, I had to go in there and actually buy it. And then this may be for a whole other topic, but there's like self-checkout at
yeah,
Dollar
right.
General. There's a
Dude.
self-checkout.
Dollar General.
self-checkout.
Wait, which one?
All of them.
The one in Marion.
Wow.
The one in Heron too. Both of them.
That's the first time I've been in a store in a long time.
That's incredible. Yeah. I had no idea. Yeah, it's crazy. Have you guys heard about those I think they're Amazon stores where
You go in, you pick up what you
scan
want,
yeah,
and
you
you
like
leave?
you like scan your Amazon account, and then they just track everything that you grab, and then you just walk out.
Yep. You go in, you put it in the cart or in your basket or whatever, and you leave, and it
Yep.
knows like where you are, and it knows what you've picked up.
Yep.
It's amazing and scary at the same
Doesn't
time.
that like defeat the purpose of getting it off Amazon though? If you have to go to a store anyway.
Well, you get it that day though. You get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you actually
okay.
walk
I
in, you
gotcha.
grab it off the shelf.
But a lot of it was
and-
like
yeah.
groceries and stuff.
Oh,
Right.
all right.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the future. Honestly, I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going to be the future because it's like they've already got self-checkout. What's the next step beyond that?
Right.
And that is there is no checkout.
Yeah.
You just pick it up and go.
Yeah.
Or even better, have
crazy.
you guys seen those drones that like?
Oh, the delivery
the-
drones?
yeah.
They can only work within like 30 minutes of a distribution center, so
Yep.
it's not super great yet.
But still,
that is a cool
it's still
idea.
different.
Yeah.
All right. So what would you say to like a business that's been brick and mortar for ever?
Get online.
Yeah.
Sell everything online. So
what would be their first step to actually making that transition?
Probably build a website.
Yeah,
Right. And who can build a website?
we can.
Growing media.
Growing media marketing. And there's going to be something like here. Yeah, there you go, Shane, right there.
It's gonna be on Shane's hand.
But yeah, I mean, the first thing you can do is just build a website.
An e-commerce website.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
just build a regular website.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just start a blog and then hopefully you sell stuff on it.
Yeah, it's got to be an e-commerce website.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but I feel like with the current like platforms and that kind of thing that people are using to develop websites, like that you use and
Right.
the stuff that I've used as well to build it, like they are making it easier and easier.
It's
for
literally
you to
drag
do
and
that.
drop. Yeah.
Yeah, and currently, with the way things are now, I mean, whenever I'm looking for a product, whenever I'm trying to do something, like I'm immediately going to your website and looking for it. I'm not. I feel like back in the day, like you used to be like, okay, maybe this is something I want, and then like you look around and see if you could find it. But ever since the pandemic, and even before that, really, I think there was already kind of like a curve, changing over to that where like if you don't have a website that has e-commerce capability, I'm probably it decreases my chance of buying from you.
Yeah, if there's no
a large
buy button,
margin.
I'm leaving your website.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say the only businesses that I think that can get away with not having that is like custom. Like you guys do custom everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, artisan
like
goods,
service based
So,
businesses
one
like
thing's
ours.
cool.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was in college, actually, we got bored at work one day. We were like, oh, we're gonna see like how much Rolls Royce Phantom or whatever the heck is it's called. Like it's not on their website. The price is not on their website.
Yeah.
You have to call. And
Yeah.
they'll give it to you. But
I can't stand that. If I go to buy something and the price isn't there, I'll go to another website.
yeah,
Yeah.
It makes me angry.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't try to hide the price from me.
yeah. I want to know how much it is. I'm not trying to call you.
So what would be your processes for whenever you do go buy? Like, because like, what's your first stop? Do you go to Amazon first, or for you, like, do you go to Sweetwater first? Like,
Yeah, I think it depends on what you're buying, and how well you've been targeted by Facebook
That's
ads
true.
and
Yes.
Instagram ads,
Yeah.
which I know we talked about on one of the episodes. But I'd say for me, my first go-to is Sweetwater,
Right.
for any musical, pro audio gear or anything like that. Amazon for like basic stuff, right?
Right.
Or if I have like dedicated websites where I do buy like deodorant or something like that, like from this company.
right.
Otherwise, I just Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recently just built a new computer, and the first time I built a computer, I went to one website, newegg.com, and I went and they have a PC builder on there and everything. So I went through that for the first computer I ever built, and then after that, I started actually. I started looking around at like a bunch of different sites because like when you first start something, you don't know really how to do it. So I was
yeah.
kind of learning. So the newegg.com helped me build. Not sponsored by newegg.com.
Sponsor us. Newegg.
They helped me figure out what I needed, but then after that, I had the knowledge and stuff like that. So I went in search of things, and I bought all the computer parts from 7 different websites.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just bought a new camera, so
A very expensive camera.
Very nice.
If anyone needs video marketing,
call Growing Media.
yeah, call Growing Media because we have
Or
And ask
phenomenal cameras.
Literally the top of the line.
Yeah.
Call Growing Media and ask for Rob. So I just bought a camera, and I searched probably for 3 or 4 days trying to find a good price on that camera because it's like everywhere had it for the same price unless it was used. But then sometimes I don't understand how it works, but sometimes other places will have it for just like $100 off, $300 off, something like that. So I found it for a couple $100 off at one specific site. So I bought it from there. And then I needed to buy a lens. I did the same thing. My card, the SD card, all that kind of stuff. So I just went all over the place. And now I'm getting tons of like ads
I bet
that
you
are like, hey, do you
Yeah.
need to buy a camera? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I just spent almost 10 grand on a camera rig.
Yeah, it's it was pretty funny whenever I was searching for a car last year.
Yeah.
It was like 3 or 4 months after I bought the car. I was still getting so many ads to buy a car.
Which you can also buy online now
Oh yeah.
and have it delivered to your house. And that's
so
like
cool.
if that doesn't like
crazy.
show credence like what you're talking about there, like
Yeah.
you can buy people want to buy anything online. I don't care what your business is, what your product is. They'll buy it on the internet.
Yeah.
They'll buy people will buy a whole car without ever seeing the thing.
And actually, when the last year when the housing market was crazy, people were buying a house without even visiting it. Like they were throwing money down because the housing market was just crazy, especially in some areas where it's like you either paid for the house now or someone else got it like the next day. And so it's just kind of the world we live in now, which is crazy.
First come, first serve.
I would argue that like even if you have a business that, let's say you've been running it like 30 years, okay, brick and mortar, if you do not start to rapidly develop an e-commerce system or some kind of internet sales, you're going to see, not only are you going to see yourself stagnate, it's very likely in the next 10 years you're going to see your sales start dropping off.
So we saw that in Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Circuit City.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
All of those businesses, like, I don't know, they kind of had an online presence, but they were probably demolished by Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you refuse to change, if you refuse to try to develop with the times, with the trends,
Right.
you will see yourself become Blockbuster.
Yes.
Where there's
Blockbuster.
one left.
And it's in Alaska.
world.
right?
Is it still actually?
Yeah, there's
think
one
it's-
left in
there's-
the world.
It's in
One.
Alaska, isn't it?
There's one, and it's
Somewhere.
basically a tourist attraction at this point.
Okay, so say you do transition and you're getting online. How important is the content? And I'm talking like, say like you have a physical product, like a T-shirt or something.
Right.
How important are photos?
Very.
Oh, yeah, man.
people
you-
wanna see
It's
'em.
everything. Yeah.
You have to be able to display and show off your product in what I prefer is an actual, like, what it's going to look like in the real world.
Yeah.
Amazon does that amazingly. Amazon, sponsor us.
Jeff Bezos.
Amazon does that amazingly where they have the see it in your room and it's a
Yeah.
whole 360 like model of it.
I've never
and
seen
you
that
can-
one's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's on in the
cool.
app. You hit like view it in your room and then it will you tell it where the floor is essentially and then or the countertop and it'll use augmented reality to display it on your countertop.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I actually
And you
did
can like
that.
walk around it and look at it. Like I was in Angie's office and she was looking for a couch for the studio and I literally put a couch in her studio or in her office.
Oh my gosh.
I did that.
It was way too big, but I put it in there.
That
did
makes
that
me
with-
want to do it now.
I
Yeah.
did that with my parents' TV. I was like, I want to get them a TV. I don't know what it was going to look like on the wall.
Yeah.
So I did that. I was like, dude, this is so cool.
Yeah. See, like, and then there's no reason to go into a store to like. buy
Well,
a TV.
then I went
don't
in the
need
store
to.
and bought it, but
Riley, don't say that.
We're cutting that.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no, you definitely need realistic photos, but they
Yeah.
need to be very high quality, very good production value, and they need to be lit well, and actually show your product as it is, and from multiple angles.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I would also, I would argue there's more than that, right? Like you have your photos and like your normal video content, which is a good start,
Right.
Yeah.
to anything. But anything I buy, I find myself one thing like you were talking about, like Newegg, right?
Yeah.
Like you're building a computer. I don't really usually find myself doing that. If I'm gonna buy something, it's probably something that I already have a lot of knowledge of.
Right.
Like
Oh man, I love doing things like you and I shot a video of something I'd never
Yep.
did before. We fixed my car and I didn't know what I was doing, but so I learned how to do it right before doing it.
Right.
I love doing that kind of stuff.
So some of like I keep on saying like I did in the last podcast too. Some of the
Clip.
things,
Yeah, Angie. Yeah,
We're gonna
show the
clip
clip
it.
right there.
some of the things that I've bought that were the most expensive, I chose to buy because of multiple sources. So let's go with like broadheads. That's
You need to specify what those are.
iron will broadheads.
What is
For
it?
hunting.
They're for hunting.
Yes.
Is it like an
things.
arrowhead?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
it's an arrowhead.
Yeah, you
They're
use, like-
very expensive, made out of very high quality carbon steel, which most people just completely would disregard all of this. But I've got multiple sources that I trust who use them and who are sponsored by them. Several podcasts, including video content, photo content. Utilizing all of these sources is going to give you a higher likelihood for people to go to your store to find them, because I bought them online. Well, they were a gift. They were gifted to me from an online store. However,
Right.
I would have bought them anyway. Utilizing things that are outside of what most people think of as like normal marketing is so important, because it's especially those trusted sources, linking up good sponsorships, good collaborators in your industry. That's everything.
Right.
And finding these people that people trust to, collaborate with your product.
Man, speaking of those sponsorships and stuff, like when I see those, it's really hard for me to trust them because it's like, how do I don't know if this person is just taking the money from them and then talking about the product, they're supposed to talk it up, or
Right.
if they're like, if they actually like it. So that's what you're saying is like, you've got to find somebody you trust and
Yeah.
listen to their
Yeah.
opinion on it.
Sure.
Yeah, like a normal sponsorship with someone I don't know or I haven't experienced their content or anything like that over the years. Yeah, I agree. I probably wouldn't, but you find those people who are leaders in their industry, who are reputable, and then deliver them your product or however you want to link up with that, and show them, have them communicate that to their audience. That's what's going to get people.
Yeah, like brand recognition
Ooh,
from
yes.
trusted people
Yeah,
can
that's great.
explode a business.
So important.
Yeah, and that's one of the. I think that would maybe one of the best marketing tactics, whatever you want to call it, that you can use is give it to somebody, give your product to somebody who they trust, and watch them use it.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
I
go
was looking. Oh, sorry. I was looking to buy a shirt online. I was like, I don't know. And they're based out of Carbondale, and they have no store in Carbondale. So I saw these ads. I was like, this looks dope. This looks like a sweet shirt. I want to support local businesses, right? And I actually messaged one of their models. I was like, hey, like, how's the fabric? Is it like a baggy style? And she was telling me all about it.
Is that why you messaged her?
Yes. Yes.
That's the only reason.
And I went to high school with her too. So
Oh,
shout out
okay.
to you if you're watching this.
So here's a fun little silly thing that I did. Like,
And I bought the shirt too.
Oh yeah, the completion of the story.
Yes.
So I talking about like researching and like finding out about stuff. Like I needed to buy socks, and again I bought them online, and I did 45 minutes of research before I bought
socks.
these socks.
Wow.
Pair of socks.
Yeah, no, not a pair of socks. It was like a bunch of socks.
Oh, a bundle.
Like several
Several
bunches of
pairs
socks. Yeah,
of socks.
yeah. But I did about 45 minutes of research
Holy smokes.
to try to find out like which socks I wanted. Because I ended up, there was one time I bought these socks
Just
that were
for
supposed to be like copper infused to help like something with energy or something like that. I didn't buy them for that reason. I liked the way they looked,
Yeah.
but they happened to have copper in them, and I hated the way they felt.
Ugh.
They were awful on my feet, and I was like,
That's
all
like
right,
the
I'm
whole
doing some more
point of
research.
socks.
Right.
Yeah.
Is like so that they make your feet feel good.
Supposed
Yeah.
to feel comfy.
Because otherwise, because you don't need socks, you can just
Be barefoot.
wear shoes without.
Yeah.
without
But your
socks.
feet are gonna stink after, and that's not gonna be good.
I know, but I'm just saying, like the whole point of socks is to make your feet feel good.
Right.
Yeah.
And to not chafe
It's like the
inside the
exact
shoe.
opposite.
Yeah, dude, they were very not good.
Oh,
I don't know what
gosh.
brand they were or anything. That's one of my things too. Is I am not brand loyal, so I apologize to any brand out there. Me personally, I'm not brand loyal. If I find something that's better, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing to announce, but
So
that's
speaking of socks and shirts,
Clothes.
in e-commerce, clothing was the thing that popped off the most. Like people started buying clothes online more than they were buying them in store, which when you think about it, it seems ridiculous because you can't try it on.
Yep.
Like you don't know if it's gonna fit right. You
Yep.
don't know how it's gonna look on your body.
I've dealt with that so much. I buy a lot
Yeah.
of clothes online, especially being a bigger guy, and it sucks. Like you get the clothes and it's like they kind of fit, but it's like real baggy under the arms, or
Yes.
Right.
like the crotch
I-
hangs real low.
I think in the last year, I've only been to one store to actually try on pants, and that was Lululemon.
Oh
Of course.
wow.
Yeah, because
And I was
it
there
great.
with you.
No, actually, and that was like 2 years ago.
Wasn't that
A
the
year and a
first
half
time,
ago.
though?
But that was the first
That
time
was
I'd
your
ever
first
been to
Lululemon.
Lululemon. But I went to Lululemon whenever Daniel and I went to Orlando, and I just remember like we were in a mall, and I was like, I don't know if I've been to one of these in a while. Like I don't know if I've been in like a clothing store, and
Right.
because I order most of my shirts and most of my pants online. Like you generally know your size, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy to me if you sit back and think about it that people aren't trying on clothes.
Nope.
They're just guessing
Yeah.
their size, and you know a lot of websites have a free return or exchange policy and stuff, which is great. But it's just mind blowing that there are so many clothing companies now that don't have storefronts.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
They're
yeah.
just
don't need
online
them.
only. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's so many industries where you don't
yeah,
anymore. I mean, it would be probably somewhat beneficial to have some kind of brick and mortar. Just there are people who still want to go to it at a store.
oh yeah, of course.
But
But is it worth? Are you
it's
going to
not
make enough
always
money
worth
off of
it.
the, right.
There's so many products and so many industries where you don't even need a storefront anymore because people are not going to. Lululemon. I'm talking about accessibility of your product to people for your business. I've never even seen a Lululemon store.
yeah, they're only in like bigger cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially living in a smaller area, more rural area. I mean, there are so many products that if I could not order them online, I would never get them.
Yeah,
It would never happen. And by developing a good online presence and by developing a very usable and well-designed online store, which we can do for you at Growing Media,
Boom.
you are opening yourself up to such a wide audience of people, and just giving yourself an opportunity.
That was my summary of eBay back when it like kind of first came out. I was like, eBay is like a worldwide yard sale. That's essentially what it is.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, because if you go to a yard sales down the street, there's like maybe 100 items for you to choose from. You go to eBay, there's like
A lot.
millions and millions, and they're from all different kinds of cultures, and like you can get stuff from different like continents sent to you, stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah, 100%.
I was very timid when COVID hit to buy stuff online because I'm a tall dude. I was like, well, I don't know if these pants are gonna fit me. I don't know if this shirt's gonna fit me. Why am I? But at the end of the day, I ended up going in the store anyways.
And now Ryan
During
shows
COVID?
me-
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Dangerous.
My pants are so short. I grew.
Do you think
the
that maybe
long
that's
legs.
why clothing purchases and stuff like picked up during the pandemic was because people didn't want to go in and try on other clothes that
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
That's a good- that's a good
and a lot of places shut down their fitting rooms.
Yeah, you couldn't
Yeah,
even-
you couldn't even
So
fit-
you couldn't even try it on anyway. It was basically like you were shopping online except with a mask on.
Yep.
So yeah, like that was the only difference.
in a sense.
So if you own an e-commerce marketing company, or if you have a company that maybe you want to dive into getting online and you need help, we are here. Growing Media Marketing. We can do photos, videos,
Music
digital
videos.
marketing, anything.
3D
Strategy.
modeling and animation.
It's incredible how much money you're going to make if you work with us.
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
an incredible amount. So yeah,
we have success stories.
so many. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that wraps up the episode for today. Right,
Yay!
guys?
Dun, 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 dun.
Rob's excited.
I'm
Rob,
always
why are
excited.
you excited?
I've got to get back to work.
Yeah, Rob's got a lot of work to do. But no, seriously, guys, thank you for checking out the episode. If you like us, if you like the episode, please subscribe, please like the video, and just come check us out. You know, on Instagram, Facebook, on our website. I'll have that all. It's on the screen.
It's on the screen somewhere.
It's okay.
It's right here again.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Also 5 stars because that's Shane's favorite number. Bye.
Okay. Bye.